Okay, hello everybody. Welcome back. We are back. 21st Century Jedi here with you tonight on a very hot and muggy Wednesday here. How's everybody tonight? I'm guessing Foxfire is probably online based on my viewer count. So hello to you, good kind sir. Uh, if you are out there, great to hear from you. Always great to talk with you. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Been off on a break lately. Nice, well-deserved holiday. Got a chance to rest and recuperate quite a bit. Had a lovely adventure. Great trip. Thanks, Foxfire. Again, always great to hear from you, my friend. Um, so yeah, I won't go into details on it so much, but basically it was a fun trip. Went out west. Had some desert fun. Trying to think if there's anything like new and notable that's worthy of mentioning here on the channel. I mean, really, it was just a lot of like good quality time with family and friends and stuff. So uh, that's basically it. I mean, it's definitely good stuff though. So anyway, I hope everybody's doing well tonight. Ah, yes, thank you. Yes. Did I get any swag for my Vegas Golden Knights? The answer is yes. I won't go and show it all off right now. I do have a couple banners that I got. I got a puck, got a T-shirt, and I managed to get one of the hockey jerseys. This time it was an Adidas jersey as opposed to the Fanatics one. The player is no longer with the team, unfortunately, but he is a favorite of mine, so I figured I would grab it anyways. They did have my size, thank goodness, so managed to snag a good deal on that. So yes, did get some good swag. I will try and show off the jersey when it's not so freaking hot. Um, for those of you who are in the market for hockey jerseys, by the way, it's it's preference, I guess. The NHL is going away from Adidas and going with the Fanatics brand for at least I think 10 years or something like that. Personally, I like the Fanatics jerseys because I feel they are slightly more comfortable than the Adidas ones. However, I can understand when people might have an issue with like quality or like tiny details and stuff like that. I've had a Fanatics jersey for a number of years. I like it. I don't. I don't. I'm not really a nitpicky stickler for detail and stuff like that. Uh, I just liked the jersey. I liked the way it looked. I was happy with it. I felt comfortable in it, so I grabbed it. This was like a few years back. And again, I haven't really worn this Adidas one so much, so I can't really give you a review on it yet. But if you like it, um, then that's great. So I just got a message up here about encoding, so I want to double check my stats here. What are we doing here? All right, so we had a slight lag here, but it looks like we're okay. I think I'm just gonna change some settings briefly here, just to be on the safe side. Um, let's go ahead and do this. There we go. All right. Okay. How has your vacation been, Foxfire? I'm hoping you've been staying stress-free for the most part. Um, I just forgot to get my drink here, so I might have to do a little quick BRB. But um, I hope you've been relaxing a little bit on your own and enjoying your time off. I know you've been kind of busy lately too, so I'm hoping it was a good vacation for you. I hope everybody had a good Independence Day holiday. Um, I didn't get to do a whole lot like I usually do every year because we were away from it. But it was, again, worthwhile trip. So I can certainly share some details on that later. Outdoor yard work. Oh boy, that's not a vacation, man. I got to teach you how to do this right. I understand though. I understand when you got to get the yard work done. I got a ton of it myself that I got to do. Just a matter of digging in and really getting it done. But I think maybe a working staycation, yeah. I know what those are like. I I do have some yard work I need to tackle. I gotta get the lawn mowed this weekend, and I'll probably have to pull up some bushes. I'm hoping I can get some of that done this weekend, but we'll see. Anyway, what else is going on? So you may notice too, for anybody who has been following, um, Pretzel Rocks. I'm no longer running that in the background, which is unfortunate. I was really hoping to have that kind of groovy music in the background while we play the games, but I've received a couple of notices from Twitch that the music that I've used in those random stations there, whatever I pick, there's been some copyright music in there that they don't want published for some reason, even though it's on Pretzel. So somehow or other, those past streams have some clips in it where they're muted, so you can't hear my voice, which is unfortunate. But to avoid that for the time being, I'm just not going to do any type of background music for the until I can figure that out. I do want to get back to it eventually and have some sort of fun background music to do that with, but I have to find the right one and make sure that it's not copyrighted, not going to get any strikes for that or anything like that. So we'll stay quiet for tonight. I wasn't really sure what to play tonight. There was a number of options that I had available. I think for tonight, at least, I'm going to go with a game that's called Psi-5 Trading Company. This is a game that I played a lot in my youth, and I'm going to go ahead and start bringing this up. So it's a game that's made by Accolade, and I've gone in the past. Oh, speaking of, before I even forget, don't mean to go off tangent here, but it looks like the previous stream that I did on Sid Meier's Pirates did not get published and I could not save it. So unless I somehow can recover it from Twitch, which I don't think I can, that one's going to be lost to history and we'll just redo that one at another time. But the game Psi-5 Trading Company, again, they're done by Accolade. Again, a great, in my opinion, a great software publisher over the years, especially in the heyday of the 80s and the Commodore and stuff. Just good stuff that they did all around. So let's go ahead and boot that up. So you also notice that I am not going to use a joystick tonight. I'm still in the hunt for a good one. I do have the adapter still I can work with, and I have my other little keypad. I think for this game, though, I think it's going to be best, given what I've done in the past, to practice it. I do want to use the keyboard this time. I feel like I'm going to be a little bit faster at that. And in this game, you want to try and be quick if you can. There's strategy involved with this, but also action. So it is a matter of how quickly you can react to things. So that's the annoying intro screen, in case anybody hadn't seen that before. The music is really good. I think Ed Bogus is another one of those. He did it. I mentioned Ed Bogus in the past. The regular music that you go into the game is a lot better than that intro, I think. The intro is kind of like, So I'll just wait for that to load up. All right. So while I have a moment here, I also want to bring up a quick mention to all those who have been following me on Twitter. I do appreciate the follows for anybody who has added me. Um, I I'll be honest, I'm a little bit frustrated only because the follows that I am getting are strictly from, it seems like, from graphics designers and artists who are just looking to sell me something, which I get it. You're trying to make money. And if I could, I'd give each one of you whatever I could to commission something. Unfortunately, my budget is not that big, so I have to kind of pace myself with this. I do have some artwork coming out, and if I do have more in the budget later, I will try and do that. But really, and this is just a helpful tip or piece of advice for anybody who is a graphics artist or a designer. Again, I strongly want to support each and every one of you. And if I can do anything to help you, that involves me trying to get your message across or get your signal out there. I'd be happy to do that. The problem is when I meet somebody on Twitter, they'll say, "Hey, how are you?" And I'll be like, "Oh, I'm fine. How are you?" And there's really not a lot of small talk. They just kind of go right into it and say, "By the way, I'm a graphics artist. Would you like to see some of my work? Are you interested in something? Blah blah blah. I can design you something really nice." And I have to always follow up and say, "Not really in the market right now, but I would love to help you, you know." So my my piece of advice, man, this thing's loud. I gotta take this out of my ears here. Sorry. Um, my piece of advice for anybody who's a graphics artist or visual designer or something like that, and they want to promote or they want to try and get business, okay? Don't just message somebody or DM somebody who's a streamer or might be a streamer or a YouTuber. Don't just message them and say, "Hi, how are you? I'm a graphics designer. Do you want to buy some of my work?" Don't do that. Okay. Um, build a relationship with them. They're not just a transaction. If you are going to just treat them like that transaction where you're trying to sell them something and you don't want to spend any emotional capital on that person, they're not going to want to spend it on you. So why even do that? You know? Don't treat them like a transaction. Treat them like a new friend. Like, "Hey, hi, how are you?" Talk with them about their stream. Follow their stream. Give them some, positive stuff, or work on some small talk. I have my information out there on Twitter. I'm happy to answer any questions about my stream, what I am, who I am, what I stand for, any of that stuff. And to be honest, to me, if somebody is willing to put that effort in to find out more about me and talk with me like a real person, I'm much, much more inclined to try and do business with that person. Okay? So please, I beg of you, if you're watching the stream or if you see me out on Twitter, please don't treat me like a transaction. I'm a real human being. I have feelings. I have my own ideas. I have my own emotions. You do too. I want to respect yours. I hope you will respect mine. So if you got to DM me, again, happy to follow you back. Happy to boost your signal. Just don't treat me like a transaction. It's not gonna work. Okay. Now let me get off my soapbox. I'm gonna need a quick drink here, so I'm gonna do a quick BRB, and I will be right back. Told you. Okay, so we are back. All right. So let me give you a brief rundown of this game. In case you haven't read the screen already, you're basically the captain of a space roaming cargo ship, right? Your idea is to transport cargo from point A to point B. There's not a lot of missions here. There's only 3. They range in difficulty from the top one being the easiest to the bottom one being the hardest. Okay. The way this works is that you have your ship. The ship never changes. The crew can change, and that's based on who you select for your crew. Okay. So, I don't know how long we're going to stream tonight, so I'm going to start with the first one, and if I get through it, we'll go maybe do one more. Alright, so first thing I want to do is this one. I got to remember my keystrokes here. So that's that, and that's that. Okay, so they start you off. You pick 6 different candidates to helm each of the stations in your spaceship. So you've got weapons, you've got scanners, you've got navigation, engineering, and I believe it is repair. I think that's that's 5. Let me see I think there is only 5. Anyway, the first one is weapons, And what you can do is you can pick each of these person's pictures and click on the button, like again on your joystick, and you can see a rundown of their resume. Okay, and you can see their strengths and weaknesses. So with Boris here, for example, he's good on the cannon, the missiles, and the thermos. He's lousy with blasters. Has a passion for combat, that's good. Quick reactions is good. Fearless, aggressive, and precise. Okay, so we can look at some of these other ones. So this one seems to be a bit inexperienced. This one is fun to look at. Missiles, thermos, and blasters. He may not be great with the cannons, depending on this. Not very self-motivated. Can't handle stress, sometimes too emotional. Let's look at Al. Bullseye Zot. Okay, so professional, strong leader, tactical, technical expert, single, cool under pressure, poor with missiles, hot-tempered, tends to be rebellious. Okay. Schoolard. It's a wizard on the missiles and the cannon. Poor stress reaction, though. Quick and precise. Wide range of body temperature tolerance, which is good. And then we have Grollo, which I believe is my favorite. Known as a very good shot, excellent sonic missile operator, okay on interstellar, 32 blasters, GX-74 cannon. Okay. His appetite, it really doesn't matter about the appetite. So I'm going to take Grollo on this one, the teddy bear. We'll welcome him to the crew. Now we go on to scanning. And I'm going to save a little time here and just kind of go into the ones that I usually pick. The nice thing is they do give you options, again, to kind of balance it out to see how, what is the great, balance of crew that works for you. I don't think there is really a better crew, like one versus the other. It's a matter of really your own preferences, what you like and what you don't like. Personally, I like the crew members who work well under stress, because there can be times in this game where you're getting attacked by a lot of ships, so you have to be able to respond quickly. Your crew has to be able to respond under pressure. If you send a lot of commands to them, they need to be able to decipher them and work through them quickly. So again, I like the ones that are durable, because again, it's space, you never know what can happen, and the ones that do respond well under pressure. So we're going to go with Nargo here. I forget if it's either KLG-7A. He's poor at evasive maneuvers. He's a vac droid, so we don't have to worry about him dying at all, really. Very rugged. So this is for navigation. I think Tegra was the one I wanted. Quick and cool in stress situations. Alright, so we'll pick her. Engine. Oops, I don't want Craven. By the way, Craven. You'll see that a lot in Accolade games, right? So we'll go with Flea Gronk. I think Flea Gronk was the one who was pretty good. Very resilient, loyal, very serious about his job. So we'll do that. And then repair, I usually go with T3XR9. He's durable enough. He does well enough. Okay. So, in order to get this to work, I actually have to switch discs here, even though this thing doesn't prompt you for it. So for anybody who is playing this game, just an FYI, if you are playing it like this, when you get to this screen, don't click the Accept Final Crew button yet. Change the disc, flip it over in your emulator, or do whatever, and then hit the button, and then you'll see that this will work. So we're going to have to wait for this to load. Alright, while we're doing that, what can we do? Let's see. Trying to see if there's anything else going on. I have a slew of messages I need to get back to from... Yeah, I get the same thing from people. Some of them are just like, hey, how are you doing? And the other ones are like, I'm just going through my messages on Twitter right now. It's just, it's the same old thing. Like everybody, hey, how's it going? How you doing? By the way, I'm a streamer or I'm a graphics artist. And now I have a slew of others who are trying to follow me. And I can guarantee if I look through all these, let's see. All right, well, that may not be a graphics designer because they don't have anything in their Twitter bio. This one's a graphics designer. This is a digital artist. Let's see, we've got, well, one that might not be a digital artist. Two. There's another artist. Another graphic designer. Another designer, another artist, another artist. A slew of people I need to catch up on and follow. And it's a tricky thing because on the one hand, I want to continue to try to build my audience, and I also want to do right by people. So if somebody follows me on Twitter, I want to be able to follow them. I think that's only fair. If you're willing to just give me a blind follow out of the blue, happy to do that back. If you go against my beliefs and stuff in terms of political or whatever, if you're just generally not a nice person, then I'm probably going to unfollow you. But that's the way it goes, I guess. I just wish that more people would kind of like step out of the "Hey, how you doing" thing and try to reach out a little bit more. I've been trying to do that more on Twitter when I have time. Unfortunately, because I've been away on holiday, I really haven't had much of a chance to. Let's see. What else is going on? So this game does take quite a while to load. I am looking at the disk indicator on the emulator. It is still loading. I haven't put it on warp speed. Probably should have done that, but in hindsight, that's okay. I really need to clean up my hard drives here, it looks like. Gotta work on that. Come on. So I've thrown it on warp mode just to get through this now. This is just, it's basically accessing everything. It's basically accessing the entire second side of the disk. Okay, so here we are. Welcome aboard, Captain. Your ship has been fully stocked with fuel, food, and supplies for your journey. Your crews on board have taken their positions in preparation for departure. I wish you the best of luck, and may the solar winds of Zaldor be in your favor. Sincerely, Admiral Lorenzen, Starbase 27 Command. Another, Lorenzen, Craven, you'll see those names pop up. They are designers of the games from Accolade. So, we're going to go ahead and get started on this. Okay, so you need to do a few things before you start flying here. So the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to set your engineering power priorities. So let's start with that. Let's look at status. Okay, so A couple things here. Number one, you'll notice that every time I go to a certain station, they're going to play a certain type of music. So engineering will do this. You'll see Flea Gronk out, busily working away. That sound that I just heard was a message saying that, hey, one of the stations has a message for you, so please acknowledge this. In the right-hand side of the screen next to the word stop, that's where the message indicator is. And it's coming from the S department or scanning department, which I know what that is because I've played this game enough. There was a ship out there. Nargo scanned it, and we're good. So we're fine there. So you want a few things to happen. Number one, you want power to everything that you want listed here if possible. Your engines need power, your scanners need power, your weapons should have power, and so on. I like to do this, though. I like to cancel power to, let's see, usually I do it to the cannons, and that's going to show off this little yellow light that's on the left-hand side of my screen, and then you'll see it happen to the red light for the thermos. Okay, so we also want to charge up our shields and charge up our emergency battery. So when we display our power priorities, that's what we should see here. So right now, because we're stopped, our engines don't require a lot of power, so that's why they're only taking 40 units as opposed to having a lot if we were running full bore here. So we want our emergency battery and our shield battery to be up, and we want to have power to our shields, weapons, engines, and scanners whenever possible. So I don't have a specific way of doing this. I think what I want to do is we'll keep the emergency battery to priority 6 for now. I want we're going to rank F to priority 1 because I want the shield battery constantly recharging. We'll keep the shields up, weapons up, and engines up. The scanners could come and go depending on how we, speed up or slow down. So I think this array should work here. So for our navigation, we'll look at our status screen. Right now, we are stopped, and the time is ticking, so we want to get going here. So let's display our possible courses. We can do shortest path, medium port, medium to starboard, full port, full starboard. So it's basically different ways to go to the same place. The risk, RSK column, indicates what the estimated risk is for going down that path. So that can change as time goes by. For now, the ones that are listed as 4 are the best options. So we're going to rank that to priority 1. So we're going to go shortest path, and we're going to accelerate. Let's start off with 5, going standard. So when you look at our scanner, you can see that the Nargo has scanned the scout, which is fine. We want that to happen, so we don't need her to scan that anymore, because once you identify it, you don't need to do any more with it. So in this screen, what's important to know is if it's the type, which is friend or foe, and if you have a weapons lock on them, yes or no. Okay, so those two columns, type and the L column. If it's a foe, boom, you need to tell Grollo to start firing at him. And as long as you got a lock on him, Grollo's going to do it. And the other presumption is that he has a weapon to fire. Okay. So as we go back to our navigation screen, you can see our ETA is -7, which means we're actually coming in early. Now, if we can keep that up, that's great. So we want to try and keep our speed up and keep moving as much as possible. Repair screen, there's nothing to repair, of course. You can display, what's expected for repairs. Basically, in this screen, you can assign robo-droids to fix other things that get broken on the ship. Now, they only get broken if you don't fight and you get damaged. So we are looking good so far. Okay, so we have an unknown target. It's friend or foe, we don't know yet. let's take a look at our engineering status and see if we have power for everything. 73 seconds of emergency power, which could help. The emergency power is good. Scanners don't have power, though. That's a problem. So let's accelerate to speed 4. Let's go to 3. No, we're under attack. Weapons. Fire at will. Missiles. Target being priority. So the nice thing about your weapons officer, usually he'll fire a few weapons at whatever's firing at him. He'll try and return fire pretty quickly. But you do want to follow it up and say, hey, Grollo, go fire whatever your best weapon is at this thing. Now, you can see he already destroyed him. Don't know what it was, but now we have another target to worry about. So we want Nargo here to examine target C, the first priority. So she's going to start scanning, hopefully get a lock and determine what it is. So, and it's already a foe, so we know we want Grollo to start firing missiles at C. And to make it easy on myself, I just tell Grollo, fire missiles whenever possible. And it's a Kif Bach. Okay? So, to file away in your memory, if you see a Kif Bach again, he's still friendly, fire at him. Because they're in this game, if you see one, you've seen them all. If a Kif Bach is out there and he's firing at you, if he doesn't fire at you, you still fire at him. Get the first shot in. Don't wait for him to fire at you all the time. Only if you don't know what it is should you hold your fire. So let's check our status. How are we doing here? No repairs required. How's our... We have another one. So I do want to mention another thing too. Your cargo is susceptible to things like damage and, you know, if the cargo environment isn't kept up correctly, then you could have a problem. So it's important that you want to try and get there as quickly as you can, because he's already firing at me. The cargo can spoil, the cargo can go bad, and you start losing your money when you try and deliver this. Now, this is only $12 million or something like that. So the factors to think about is that cargo 100%. You want to try and keep that 100% if you can, and you want to try and get there before you wind up being late. Now the other factor is, let's go ahead and get ourselves up to speed 5. Stats report here. Alright, so our ETA is still -3, which isn't great. Let's go ahead and see who this is. So I think what I'm going to change my tactic a little bit, and again, the other factor in this is for every enemy that you kill, you get a small amount of bounty for that. So what I'm doing right now is I'm assuming this is going to be an enemy. Now that I've got a lock, I'm just getting ready. As soon as he fires at me, I'm just going to let Grollo go right to it. That's a Zeltoad. I'm pretty sure that's an enemy. Come on. Start firing. Yeah, I'll just go ahead and do it. Thank you. Alright. Nav, accelerate. Let's go max speed here. Alright, so we're only going max speed 5. Why is that? Did we get hit? We did not, so our engineering must be the problem here. We don't have enough power to something. We have partial to the engines, so what we're going to do is we're going to rank the engines up to priority 3 over the weapons. That's still not enough, so we're going to rank you priority 2. There we go. So I'm going to tell Nargo to do that, to scan, even though she may not be able to. Oh, get another one out there. Go ahead. Let's keep up. Oh, now we got to slow down a bit. We're going to accelerate to 3 with basic maneuvering. And we're going to tell Grollo, fire the missiles at this one. Check our repair status. Anything to worry about? Aha! So our repair droid here, T3, he started to repair the cannon system, but we also need the missile system. So we're going to assign a couple of robo droids to the missile system as well. Because otherwise they're not going to be able to do anything with that. Here we go. Examine I, priority 2. And let's not even waste time since it's a foe. We know he's firing at us. Go ahead and fire. So Grollo automatically, if it's a foe and it's in range and you've got a lock, he's going to fire missiles at him. Zeltos and Narviks are foes, so we're good there. Let's see if we can get out of this one. Yep, done. So nav, accelerate 8, standard. I'm not trying to change course so much because I want to try and get there in the shortest amount of time possible. Right now we're still ahead of time, but only because we're going at max speed. So we're going to try and stay ahead of the curve here. Well, here we go. Examine J, priority 1. Now, let's accelerate to... I'm going to try and hold on as long as I can here until he fires at us. Yep, there we go. Basic maneuvers. And let's check our weapons. Let's see, did he hit us with anything? That's the question. Oh, shoot. Start fixing that. Looks like... Alright, we're busy here. We've got a couple foes out there, probably. Port shield's getting repaired. Oh, they got more coming. Here we go. See, this is what can happen here, is you get flooded with targets, and you have two options. You could stop, which will prevent any more from coming in, or you can keep going and try and get closer to the, destination, but you also run the risk of getting more targets coming your way. Alright, we're not going to waste time. Fire at will. Missiles at K, priority 1. Get him out of the way. Alright, so L is a scout, so we want to leave that one alone. Don't scan L anymore. Oh boy. Now we got a couple more targets here. Fire at will, missiles at M, priority 2. Oh boy. Getting a lot of enemies here. Keep scanning them. Missiles at Q. You can change priorities around, like, you know, if you say, hey, I want to kill this guy first, or I want to move this thing to a different priority. That's how the system kind of handles this. All right, we have fire orders for N and Q, which is fine. Anybody else coming our way? Here we go, another one. I think what I want to do is stop us here. Full stop. Let's clear the screen. Let's get rid of these targets. Make sure we have plenty of power. Let's check our repair status. Alright, we gotta get some droids out there. 3, 2, E, priority 2. Let's get our shields back up. We'll assign 1 to the thermals, so we really don't care about that. So, it seems kind of logical, but the more droids you assign to a system to get repaired, the faster that system will get repaired. So if it's a thing like a reactor or an engine, then you probably want to, you know, put more droids at it if you can. They do have to transit from place to place, so there is that. Weapons, fire, missiles, T, priority 1. Fire, missiles, yes, priority 2. So at this point, all I want to do is make sure Grolo has missiles, he has the lock, and he can just take these guys out fast, hopefully. Now, it looks like I got damage to the missile system, so let's go ahead and take a look at that. Port G, priority 2. Assign 1 to H, priority 3. Oh, you're watching on your laptop now. Excellent. 3. Just wait for him to take that out here. Come on. I'll assign 3 more. Tracking lock went down too. Great. Weapons, fire at will, missiles at P, priority 1. Oops. Let's get to the track lock. Get that fixed. Else we can fire at here. I want to say we can fire at the Xantog or the Scromp, but I don't know if that's necessary. So we're going to get moving here. Accelerate to 8. Standard. Scan. Cancel rank. If they fire at me, I'll slow down and hit them. But for now, I'm just going to go with what I got here. There we go. Oh, great. Engine 1's hit. Get 4 on that right away. Now, accelerate to 3 with evasive. So I need to see the scanner display in order to see what I can fire at. So it's the Scron. Get him, Grolo. Nope, and fire with the Xantog. So if you're wondering what the PO column is on the scanning report here, it's next to the L column that shows whether it's locked or not. That just indicates the position of the enemy. So in a heartbeat, you can see just by that the position, it's either port, starboard, fore, or aft, and the O basically says whether it's within range, if it's I or O, in range or out of range. Will missiles U, priority 3. Grolo, please take somebody out, will you? Come on, dude. about to put shields here. We're not careful. Rolo, come on, dude. Kill him. He still hasn't taken him out yet. We have 3 more potential enemies here. So we want to get them done. Fire at will missiles at V32. Just get him. I don't care. Xantog and a Lepsor. Alright, so we got rid of the Xantog. Great. Next. Oh great, fire at will missiles at X. How was the train ride? The train ride was great. I do highly recommend the California Zephyr for anybody who might be considering it. Alright, great. So let's cancel examination of W since it's another scout. And nav, accelerate to 8. It was a long ride. If you are going with more than one person, I do recommend going to something bigger than a roomette, unless you are a skinny person. The roomettes are tight. If you think about it, you're basically in your own tiny room, and you're basically face to face with each other. You got enough room, but it's tight. It's not really a comfortable, situation or experience, especially not for 2 days if you're going for the full distance of the Zephyr. So I do recommend trying to upgrade beyond a roomette if you're 2 people. If you're 3 people, you definitely need more. So let's go ahead and change this back. This is almost certainly going to be an enemy. Another thing about the train ride that really surprised me. I mean, the scenery was great, obviously, and the observation car, oh, that was excellent. To be able to sit like we did in the observation car for, quite a bit of time, just to go and look out at all the stuff you can see from the track, just incredible. But the other really amazing surprise that I found was, I know this also needs to get hit here. The other amazing surprise I found was the food on the train. It really was good. I don't know what Amtrak's doing, but they need to keep it up, because the staff were excellent, and the food that they they gave us for each meal, just amazing. I mean, it wasn't gourmet, of course, but I mean, it certainly wasn't like just packaged microwavable stuff. They actually cooked it, and it was decent tasting too. So kudos to Amtrak and all the staff and all the people that we met on the way and stuff. Really, really cool. I was just blown away by that part of it. Man, come on. We gotta fire at everybody here. Come on, hit something, will ya? I think I'm gonna change my navigation to 3 standard so that I give Grohl a better chance of hitting things. Come on, Grohl. You gotta get him off my screen here. you might as well start firing at priority C, at target C, because that's going to be another foe. Now, if you see me kind of clicking around on the keyboard and doing this stuff, it does feel like it's a pretty easy game. But the truth is, if you're doing this with a joystick, it can be difficult to maneuver through each of these displays, making sure you're hitting the right buttons. And when you don't, you got to be able to go back on this stuff. So I don't want to say I'm making it look easy, but I've kind of done this for a while, so I have a little more practice at this. There have been times where I've had so many foes on my list and so many repairs to make that it just seems impossible. So you're constantly, like, you know, slamming the keyboard and slamming the keys, just trying to get ahead of this, you know, action here. Here we go. Come on, Grollo. You cannot be this bad at hitting things. You're supposed to be good at missiles, dude. How are we doing in that aft shield? Doesn't look very good at all. Get that fixed, please. So I need weapons. Uh-oh, we have a problem. Cargo went to 99%. That's not great. Why? Why did the cargo go to 99%? Can't be late already, can we? Only a little bit late. Oh, our distance is slightly. Okay. Accelerate to 8. Let's go. We're going to go full speed in here. So, if we look at our scan, cargo's at 99%. We have a Prado and an unknown. We're going to just try and race for the end here, because if we look at our nav, our distance to go is like 4. So we're right there at the end. We're going to be slightly late. They're still shooting at us. We're just going to kind of go for broke here. See if we can get there before they hit us. Curious about what these guys are, though. They're hitting us. There's a foe. That's going to know. We're going to try and fire at it. Okay, but we already made it in. So that was a good mission for me. So what this breaks down is how much cargo you brought in. You would have gotten $12 million for a full cargo run. So because we lost 2% cargo, we lost like $300,000. Okay. But we did gain $4.5 million in terms of bounties, and that shows up on the right-hand side. So you can see the Xantog, Zeltod, Kiffbox, Narvik, Skrance, Flarkins, and Lepsors all add up the bounties and how many you kill. The cost of the cargo, of course, comes into it, factors in too. If you had any casualties, or if you shot any allies, like the scouts, or if there's any repair costs you had to deal with, then that would factor into it as well. So this can show you the final, you know, details and stuff, but we're basically done at this point. Okay, so we need to quit. We'll do a replay, unless I need to reset this. Yeah, the Grollo probably is high. I mean, jeez Louise. There are times I want to strangle him. It's like, just kill the thing, whatever it is, man, kill it. I think this is just going to restart the mission, so I'm going to have to reset the game and do it at the harder level. I don't think it allows us to go right back to the first menu and reselect our crew. Pretty sure it doesn't, so I'll have to reload the game, which I'll do in warp mode and I'll get through. I said across her nose, not up it. Like, that movie never gets old to me. I don't care if it was made in the 80s and looks very dated. It's supposed to. It's just supposed to be a good game, a good movie like that. By the way, I did finally get a chance to watch on the flights home. I managed to watch John Wick and John Wick Chapter 2. Um, so I'm starting to catch up a little bit on my movie watching. I enjoyed them. I enjoyed the John Wick movies. Um, I'm becoming a bigger and bigger fan of Keanu Reeves. See, now this is just going to restart the game with all the parameters we had before, so I need to reset this. Give me one moment here. Let's go ahead and redo this. So yeah, I'm becoming more and more of a Keanu Reeves fan. From the more I hear about him, the more I see of what he does. He seems like a genuinely good person, and he's got a lot of you know successful movies and other things he's done. I think he was great as Johnny Silverhand in Cyberpunk 2077. I think he is a perfect match for that. Um, I don't know if he has a future in that or not. I don't know what the future holds for him, but I just kind of wish him well because I think he's doing a lot of good. And I like what he does with his movies and the characters he plays. And just, he just seems like a decent guy. So, Johnny Mnemonic, I think I have watched it once, but it was so long ago that I don't remember much of it. Obviously, I watched the Matrix movies. I think I watched all three of those. But again, I got to get back to like rewatching them over and over again to remember a lot of the stuff in them. Um, yes, pre-Cyberpunk, Johnny Mnemonic. It does remind me a lot of that. Another movie that kind of reminded me of Cyberpunk, surprisingly enough, was a movie called Sneakers. Nothing to do with Keanu Reeves. It's a Robert Redford movie. I know James Earl Jones was in it. There's a couple other movie stars in there. Um, Sneakers was another one that kind of involved a lot of the, not necessarily cyberpunkish stuff, but a lot of this tech and a lot of the stuff that reminded me of the things we did in Cyberpunk. I don't know why that is. It was a really cool high-tech thriller, I guess is the best way to call it. So yeah, definitely need to get back to Johnny Mnemonic. I do want to get through chapters 3 and 4 of John Wick. Constantine's another one I probably should get through. Probably get through the Matrix movies again at some point. It's hard to do with little ones around here, unfortunately. So finding the time to do all this is the big factor. Oh, I want to get back to playing Pathfinder again too. Hangout movie night sounds like a fantastic idea, Foxfire. The last time I did hangout movie nights with a lot of people was honestly, I think it was the Star Wars movies. I've done like marathons back when they only had 6 movies and there was no Rogue One and anything like that. We would just watch all 6 of them back to back and take the whole day just to watch the whole series. And that to me was enough. It was fun. Today you can't do that as much without having to figure out, okay, do we include Rogue One? Do we include things like the Clone Wars, Andor, the Mandalorian, the Book of Boba Fett, and all this other stuff? So, but yeah, I would absolutely love to do a hangout movie night sometime. So we're gonna do Zippo Aga with Grananas. This is a higher price mission, but it's also a higher reward. I'm gonna stick with my stoned crew, I think. The extended version of Lord of the Rings, yes. I don't know if I've seen the fully extended version or not. I don't know if I have. I mean, the movies alone were pretty long, so I don't know if I've seen the fully done out ones like that. Alright, so we're going to get our same crew back here. And again, you can go through these if you're playing this at home. You can go through each of these profiles and decide who you like better. I'll be honest, for example, I've used KLG7A, I've used Nick, probably used Yanks at least once. 4 hours each. Yeah, that's a 12-hour day, man. Which the Star Wars movies, I think they came out to roughly. I mean, when we did them, it was actually 16 hours because I think we broke for some meals and stuff. But one of the things I loved about doing the Star Wars marathons was, I always found like a little tidbit here and there that I didn't see before. So I'd always learn a little bit more about the movies, a little bit more trivia, a little bit more. Oh, I see that now. But also, I loved watching the movies with others who have not experienced those movies in detail or don't know as much about them. I love being able to educate people about, oh, why did he do this? Or why is this guy this way? Or something like that, you know? Alright, here we go. Attach. We're going to accept that, and then we're going to put it in warp mode. Alright. I do enjoy The Lord of the Rings. Do a marathon of Stargate SG-1, however, that would take a very long time, yes. I didn't get into Stargate SG-1. I don't know why. I think my sci-fi was tapped out between Star Wars, and I did have a little bit of a Star Trek enjoyment there as well with some of the movies and the series and stuff. I never got into SG-1. Okay, so here we go. All right, let's go ahead and bring this back. Alright, so let's set up our engineering, some our power priorities. I think we ranked F priority 1. Rank our engines to priority 3. I think that's how we did it last time. Oh no, we did engines to priority 2. Yes, MacGyver playing the lead role, Richard Dean Anderson. Good actor too. Alright, so we need to cancel power to cannons. And cancel power, whoops. Enable A. And cancel H. Nav, we're going to go speed 8. Give me all you got. So with this mission, it's more money, longer distance. Foes get a little tougher. It's a little bit more to handle. So again, the trick to this that I found is if it gets to be overwhelming, stop your ship. Don't incur more enemies than you have to. Right? So as long as you can keep going as fast as you can here, just keep flying along, eat up the distance where you can, and then when you have to slow down the fight, slow down to a speed where you can still manage it. Okay? Since we figured out the shuttle, we don't need to scan that anymore. I really think Accolade hit this one out of the park. I don't know how well it was reviewed or received. I know that there have been attempts to kind of revive this game for the PC, and there's a lot of influence out there. I think we're going to drop to 3 here in a moment. Yep. Check our repair status. Oh. So now the enemies have changed a little bit, so we have to kind of manage that too. Alright. Nav. Accelerate. Max speed. Let's go. Uh-oh. Nav. Accelerate. Oops. 3. Hit him. Sounds are still catching up here. Keep an eye on the scanners. As long as that stays clear, we're in good shape. Alright, we are examining target E. Keep going until somebody shoots at us. Look at our status here. I have thought about doing some other games, by the way, not just retro games. There are some other ones that I've thought about, like, for example, World of Warships is a game I played a lot. And I don't play it anymore, although I still have the game installed. I could see myself putting that on for like a stream or two. I do enjoy World of Warships when it's just playing the game. Like, I feel like it's... Again, I haven't played it in years, but when I did play it, I did feel it was balanced. Your son likes World of Warships? Really? Are we talking about the older one or the younger one? Really? That is interesting. I may have to group up with him then if I do that. I would love to be able to do that. Really? I did not know that. I am a huge history buff. I dig that. That is cool. Oh boy, I'm getting slammed here, so we need to... Let's get Grollo going here. Start firing everything. And then let's stop. Now, we're already getting overwhelmed a bit here, so let's go ahead and straighten things out. We have nothing going on right now, so 3 on the reactor 2. Now we're getting hit pretty hard, see? Need to get the missiles up, priority 3. We're getting hit hard. Engineer, enable device L. That's going to be our emergency power. So we're going to get that up. We're going to get our aft shield back. Let's get our repairs going. Assign 2 to F, priority 2. Assign 2 to P, priority 3. So our engines are out, our reactor is down, we've got some problems here. We just gotta... Oh boy, we're in trouble here. Weapons, fire at will. Blasters. Fire. Will, blasters, throw it at G, priority 3. Come on, hit something. Yep. Let's hit the fan now, man. I need you guys to take out something here. The Craven Leader's been hit. I don't even know what that does, but we gotta take care of it. Did we kill it? Alright, we got one left, but it's a friend. Cancel that firing order for now. Let's get our repairs back. Alright, so we need, we definitely need to repair some robo-droids. Assign one to M. Now. Fire at will, blasters, H for 2. Oh, just lost one. Got the other back. Losing life support on one of them. Got trouble here. This one's definitely harder. Why aren't you firing? Jeez Louise, we're getting killed here. How can we get out of this one? Blaster system. Give me 2 on W, priority 1. Okay, we almost got the reactor back up, which we need. That's why we don't have any power on it, so we gotta hurry that up. Once we get power back, we might be able to fire back at this guy. We're just getting hammered, though. Alright, we got some shields back. Come on, Grollo, fire. Jeez Louise, hit something. Big trouble here. Let's see. Get it to the cargo environment before we lose that. Grollo, you gotta hit him, dude. You've got blasters. Fire already. Hit something, anything. He's gonna destroy us here. We got some serious trouble here. We get nothing. I don't even know what to hit. There's so much broken here. Cannon. I don't have the blasters. I don't have anything here. Give me, ugh. What can I do? Cannon? Throw somebody on the cannon at least? This Krogan is killing us here. I got so many firing orders, but nothing's working right now. We have power, but we can't fire because we have no weapons. Robo-droids are broken. Trying to put up a fight here. We can't do much here. We only have 3 droids. I have 4 droids. 3 are broken. Yeah, we're in trouble, dude. I need Grollo to fire back. I can't do anything. Everything is damaged. I can't see anything else on the list. We're kind of screwed here. Yep, so now they're going to loot the cargo. We can't do anything about this. Quit. Yep. Tell you, it's harder. The trick in this one is just to make sure that you, again, handle these things as much as possible. Now, Grollo let me down there. he needs a lot, I think, to make it right. So when he doesn't have his missiles, doesn't have his blasters, you're in trouble. Um, the other thing I failed to do is I failed to enable the cannons and the thermos, which I probably should have gone back and done. If he had been able to get one good shot off with the cannons, perhaps while they were active, who knows? That might have changed the battle. So it's okay. I think I did practice this before. Prior to me going live with streams, I practiced before. I think I did this mission and I actually succeeded at it, which was a first for me. I'd never done that, even in my younger days. Yeah, I'll have to try out World of Warships again. I was a huge German battleship fan, so I love the Bismarck, Tirpitz, and the battleships in that tech tree. The U.S. tech tree was a fun one. I did the Japanese one, the British one. I did a lot of grinding for mostly the battleships. I do have a bunch of cruisers, a bunch of destroyers, and a whole bunch of other stuff. The game just stopped becoming fun because it was all about the grind, where you'd have to keep going after, engagement after engagement after engagement, and before you know it, you're spending a couple hours every night just trying to grind through. That's not fun. So I got away from that. Let's see, we need to rank F31. Pretty sure that's the way I had it. That is true. You do have to grind on most MMOs. I just, at some point though, the grind becomes too much, and you're like, why are you doing this? Now let's rank a priority 1, accelerate to 8. That's a part of the reason why I don't want to get back into MMOs in a way, because I don't want to go through the grinds again. I also don't like when they break immersion, which just about every MMO I've been a part of has done. With an MMO, like, they always give out these, flashy things that you can get for certain events, like Halloween comes around and they have, like, everyone's got a pumpkin head on, or they've got, a nightmare steed they're riding on, and then they go to Christmas and everybody's got a Santa hat on. It's like, I get it. I get why that's appealing, but sometimes when you break immersion in a game like that, especially with an MMO, you're like, why the hell? I mean, it completely destroys that, and you're like, well, that's great. I'm fighting with a guy who's got a Santa hat on and a ridiculous suit, and then you get griefed by it or something. It's like, this is not fun. I do like to have not necessarily a role-playing aspect to it, but I do like to have games where you can at least get into the immersion and not feel like, you're losing anything as a result. Let's examine this one. God, you're starting early, aren't you? I think one MMO that I played that did not do that, or did not succumb to that, well, think about this. No, there were a couple that did this. Star Wars Galaxies didn't really succumb to that so much. You'd get some Wookiee Life Day stuff, but in general, you didn't have guys running around with pumpkin heads or Easter egg heads or something like that. EVE Online, even though that's spreadsheets in space, I don't recall that ever getting to the point where you had Christmas or Easter or Independence Day or anything like that, where ships were, you know, detailed a different way or something. Grollo, you were going to fire everything you got at these guys. Do not screw around. Stop. Let's kill these guys off. Another one that doesn't really go into that either is Elite Dangerous. Although there have been some, I do see some decorations and some liveries and stuff like that where they're Halloween themed and stuff like that. And, okay, I mean, it doesn't break the immersion as much because that's really more future based, so it's kind of based off of Earth, I guess. I mean, alright, you know. Alright, now accelerate to 8. Get out of here. Even World of Warships, when I think about it, I mean, they tend to go all in on the holiday themes anyways. It's not really historic, which is a shame because I really think that they could do a great job at playing a truly historical matchup. For example, I haven't played in a long time, so I don't know if this is true or not, but I would love to see them do it, set up scenarios in such a way that you could reenact some battles from history, like the Battle of the Denmark Straits with Bismarck and Hood. You know, the battles of Leyte Gulf, some of the other ones, Guadalcanal, those things. You know, oh, we also played World of Tanks. I did try World of Tanks briefly. Couldn't get into it. I did try World of Warplanes for a little while as well. I did play that for a while. I got my P-40 Warhawk, which I loved, but it was only a tier 5, and obviously, you know, higher tiers are going to just kick your butt anyways. So I think out of World of Warplanes, World of Warships, and World of Tanks, I still think World of Warships is my favorite. I haven't tried War Thunder either, although I've seen some good things on that one. I've also seen some bad things on that too, so I'm not exactly inclined to jump on that one. Oh, here we go again. We gotta stop here. We're gonna get our butt kicked here. So one thing I did enjoy while being out west was the heat. And what I mean by that is it's not nearly as humid out in the desert as it is here. So yes, it's hot and it gets unbearable. So the good news is everything in the Vegas area is basically air conditioned. So half the city wouldn't be able to function without that. So slow down a bit. Stop, don't get anybody else on board. Hit a lot. Blaster's priority 1. That's priority 2. 2 to I priority 3. Alright, come on, take him out. Jeez. Alright, so we got 2 on Robo Droid, 2 Priority 4, then 2 on K, Priority 4, 2 on J, Priority 4. I'm not a huge summer fan anymore. I used to really love the summer. Now it's just we're at this time of year where I'm least comfortable. Um, I'm not a fan of the heat and humidity. So for the next couple months, it's not going to be the greatest. Yeah, I saw there was something about Willy Wonka coming out. Which I saw another great quote on that too, how the focus seems to always be on Willy Wonka when the protagonist is Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, not Willy Wonka. So I found that interesting. Let's go to 3. Yeah, same here, Foxfire. All the other seasons I kind of like a little bit more right now. It wasn't always that way. I used to really enjoy, and I still enjoy the summer cookouts, barbecues, and all the fun things you can do in the summer. I enjoy a good trip to the beach. I enjoy camping and family vacations and the holidays and all that stuff. I still enjoy that. It's just the heat just really makes it not nice, you know? I'm not a fan of that anymore. I'd much rather be indoors, you know, with 30 below temperatures outside, where at least I know I can be warm enough, as opposed to just sweating and feeling miserable and uncomfortable, you know? Oh, great. Now we're going to have to come back to a stop, I think. As soon as these guys open fire on me, I'm going to go ahead and stop the ship. Only 4? Did we not have our cleric? Oh, we didn't have our artillery, huh? Wow, how on earth did they survive? So I'm in trouble right now because I've got like probably 5 enemies on my screen here. And if Grolo doesn't take them out fast, we are toast. Anytime now, Grolo. I'm gonna throw some other orders out there just for pity's sake. Come on, Grollo, take him out. Stone bear. Jeez. Enable the emergency power. Come on, you stupid stone bear. Grollo, I swear to God. Hit something. Anything. You're gonna cost us this mission here, dude. So we need missile systems, priority 1. Assign 2 to cargo stabilizers, because we're doing that. Assign 2 to cargo environment, trying to get cargo. He's taking out a couple. I'm just gonna keep putting firing orders out there. He's got the blasters, so keep that up. What we got here? What about the port shield? Get that going. Alright, good, he shot one of them. Give me the robo-droid. If you can shoot this last one, you can recover from this. The reactor. Oh, good, he killed him. Alright, so this is what I mean. Again, if you're stopped like this, no new enemies are going to come in. You are going to get slower here. We've lost a third of our cargo, and we're still losing it. What are you going to do, though? I don't know why we're still losing cargo, though. I don't get that. We shouldn't be. Let's assign 2 to him. I'm just assigning 2 to everything right now, just to get it moving. I'll assign 1 out to engineering life support, just to get them moving. What's our status report on the engineering? Shields charging. Cancel power to device L. Let that recharge. We're not charging the emergency battery because probably the reactor's down. We might have a hole in the cargo area. Who the heck knows, man? No, we're still losing. Although it's stabilized at 64, I think. We might be okay there. Alright, we got the reactor back, so now our emergency battery's going to come back. 1 to the cannon system. Assign 2 to the starboard retros. Assign 2 to the force shield. You only have 7 robo-droids, so you kind of have to balance them out. Assign 2 here, 2 here, 2 here, and then assign 1 to your least prioritized system if you can. You know, we're almost ready to keep moving. Alright, so now we're probably way behind schedule here. We've only gone a quarter of the way, I think. Let's go ahead and accelerate and see if we can move. We actually can go ahead of time, which is interesting. Although we only have two-thirds of the cargo still. That's a bummer. But everything's getting fixed. So the nice thing is you can make this up with the bounties, but it's still a bummer that you can't bring all the cargo home if you can get to that point. Again, when the harder missions come up, it's really just a matter of knowing when to stop and when to keep going, you know. It's not really gaming the system so much as just knowing where your issues might be. Now here, look, I'm already stopping. I already know we're going to have problems with this because we're not fully repaired yet. Let's not even fool around. Let's go ahead and get these guys under lock. Let's, oh, here we go. Already examined. Fire. SP priority 2. Flarkins there. Bear needs to get something, man. Dude. Oh yeah, we're firing PQ, R, and S. They are all foes. Shoot them all. Give me blasters on these as well. So that way you know, hey, should I fire with blasters? Yes, you should. Snot rat. That's a great insult. He's shot down now, but a snog rat. That's a great enemy name. Incidentally, you can acknowledge the message that comes in. Enemy destroyed, sir. Oh, darn good shot, if I may say so. Yeah. Grollo, come on, dude. God, you're a terrible shot. Why are you doing this? You're embarrassing me. Alright, let's get moving here. Go! Alright. Moving. Alright. Turn fire. Kill the Snograk, Grollo. What are you doing? There you go. That's my bear. Go. Let's stop. I want to examine these guys here. Go, go, Gadget Grollo. Get him. Waskel. I don't know if he's a foe. He might be. Yep, there he is. Get him. I believe yeah, I knew it. Should have just kept it there. Get him. I'm going to assume the Narviks are friends until I hear otherwise. Yep, I was wrong. Fine. Get him. I do kind of like games like this where you can micromanage it to some extent. I love the ability to play games where you can kind of like manage the crisis, manage the situation. It's not all about you twitch firing and being a great shot. It's about you being able to manage the situation, manage the crisis uh, through your thinking and tactical, strategic thinking. Those are the games that kind of appeal to me. Let's get out of here. There have been some other games I've seen recently, like I think there's one called Aircraft Carrier Simulator or something like that. It's kind of like, simulating damage control on a World War II aircraft carrier, but I heard mixed reviews on that one. Otherwise, I might jump on something like that. If they had something, oh geez, look at this. We're in huge trouble now. Now, accelerate, stop. We got too many foes. We're in trouble. Too many people. Rollo, you gotta earn your money this time, pal. Get some target locks. Get on that one. Wow, we're actually holding our own so far. Jeez, Grolo, what happened, dude? Suddenly you're good? Wow, Grollo. Dude, I'm gonna pin a medal on this bear. Holy crap. Just in case, I'm gonna throw some blasters at this guy. As soon as they come in the range. Frickin' bear. Earning your keep finally. Oh no. Give me 4 to W. I think Grollo finally got us out of this mess. Can't believe that. He had like 8 or 9 different targets and he got rid of them all. Dude, you are getting promoted. Alright, so getting the cargo stabilized. Environment's gonna be good. Assign 2 to P. 2 to U. Gotta get our repairs done here, but we're actually in decent shape. Wow, he's got like 5 kills of Krogons, 5 Zeltodes, 4 Waskels, 6 Narviks, 3 Scronts, 3 others, 9 unknowns. Could be a great bounty if we can make it home. We could get going, I suppose. We have just enough here, I think, to get going. I think 4 is the fastest speed we can do until that engine gets fixed. Oh boy. Wow. No one to fight? That's crazy. Get us out of here then. Uh-oh. We have targets. Alright. Who's firing at me? Oh, I must have taken him out. That's weird. Alright, I need to do another quick BRB. I will be right back, so stay tuned. Okay, I'm back. Let's get a move on here. So I do have to say that the swag that's out there for the Vegas Golden Knights is just unbelievable. And there's since now that they've won the Stanley Cup. I mean, there's signed autograph pictures and pucks and like all these special, not limited edition necessarily, but one of a kind type stuff, and just insane. If I if I had $10,000 to spend out there, it wouldn't have been enough for everything that I really wanted. And we're in trouble. So for a sit rep here, here we go. Sit rep, we're getting attacked again. And at this point, our mission is pretty much to be a bounty hunter as opposed to a cargo hunter. Because that's where we're going to make our money today. We are not making any money hauling cargo. Your orders, Grover. Carry them out. Just fix that track lock. What the heck? Good job, Grollo. Alright, cancel emergency battery power. I want to charge that up to priority 1 first, and then we'll move it back down. Take care of yourself, Foxfire. Thanks for watching tonight, man. I appreciate it. Have yourself a good evening. I am almost done for the evening as well, as soon as this mission finishes up one way or the other. Go ahead and get out of here if I can. I mean, we're definitely not doing the cargo well here. The only question is, are we going to turn a profit? Can we make it to the end? With a distance of 52 parsecs left, and now we've got something on the scanner, so... So right now we just want to go, go, go until this guy shoots at us, in which case then we'll stop. Yep, here we go. Stop. Don't know about C yet. Let's try and just kill this guy first. I got a funny feeling this guy's going to shoot at me. Yep, there it is. Get him. So for anybody that's trying to follow along with this, I am issuing duplicate orders for my weapons officer here. Reason being is if you're not explicit with him and tell him, hey, fire missiles at this target, fire blasters at this target, he won't do it. He'll just sit there, you know? So you kind of have to be very explicit with some of these things. Tell him, hey, get off your butt, do the job, you know? He will automate some stuff, like if he's fired upon, he's got a chance to fire back. He'll fire a few rounds at the guy to see if he can take him out. Well, that's weird. We've got somebody in the space screen on the 4 view. Wait. Scan status. What do we got here? Oh, great. Now, accelerate stop. Scan everybody. Start scanning everybody. Get the locks on. As soon as you can, fire at will missiles. Get that one first. And the reason why I am doing the duplicate orders like this is like you see here, the missiles are out now. He can fire them, but at a reduced rate. So what I want to do is tell him, hey, look, dude, if you got the chance, fire the blasters or the missiles at him. Now we're getting hit hard again. Need to take him out. Throw it at D. Good. Let's get our repairs under control here. Which is not happening. We need to enable device L. Give us some emergency power and let's fire. See, that's what we need. 1, 2, 3. Who's this last guy out here? Do we know? Well, he's a foe. Get him. Good job. Alright, so our cargo is spoiling. Engineering, cancel device L. Let that recharge. Let's see our status here. Alright, rank E to priority 6. That was the one we wanted to bring back. And let's see. Gotta get some more assigned here. 2 to F right away. Let's get the robot droid back in business. 15% cargo. We're not going to make this. That's okay. I don't mind it. Yeah, great. We got more. Yeah, we're either going to die here or we're going to lose our cargo. Either way, fighting. I'm okay with us losing the cargo and stuff, but we should get a net credit here with all the bounties we're going to kill on this thing. I wish we could outrun the enemies, but that's not happening. We're gonna show up with like 2 granadas in our entire load here. There you go. Here's our cargo. We started off with 26 tons. Yeah, I know. We got two granadas left. I say we're attacked by every species known to the universe, and our bear can't hit for nothing. Look at this. How pathetic. Jeez Louise. Oops. And another one. Next contestant. Darn it. You'd think, Rollo, hey, somebody's shooting at me. Maybe I should do something about that. Goodness gracious. not far from home at this point. We just gotta get there. Sooner the better. I'm ready to call this a night already. This has been fun, though. Like I said, I enjoy this game. I enjoy the challenge of it. It's still, to this day, 30 years later, it's still a challenge. I enjoy that. Not too many games you can look back on and say this stands up to the test of time. Yes, there's probably a way that you can play this game and maximize it, where you got the best crew, the best chances, and everything like that. But really, that's not the fun of it. The fun of it is saying, how can we do this the best? How can we do this our own way and still manage to come out on top? With a freaking teddy bear that you can't freaking shoot straight. You're killing me, Grolo. You're killing me. There you go. Yeah, go for 8 if you can. It probably can't. Only 4 away, so. What percentage of bananas will we have? 3%? 2%? Who cares? All right, final score. So I think we had a grand total, let's see, of I think we could have had 22 million in cargo plus the bounties. Yeah, well, the cargo cost was 4.8 million, so we lost on that. Repair costs were 0.6 million, but bounties look 10 million. So we still netted a profit on the trip, despite the fact that we got hammered with everything. And we only brought in 3% of the cargo. I mean, if we had tried a little bit different, made it a little bit, where we could bring in a little bit more cargo, perhaps, who knows? But we just didn't get lucky on that one. Anyway, that is Psi-5 Trading Company. I enjoyed playing it. I hope you guys enjoyed playing it too. Hope you take care of your mental health this week. This is 21st Century Jedi. Peace out. I will see you all guys on Sunday evening, where I will try and come up with a brand new game or something that's a little bit out of the ordinary here so we can enjoy it together, okay? Peace out. Have a good evening.